Hello fellow-litas, thank you once again for tuning into my channel. I'm Ellie Vyra, I am a plus-size, tall, and swole lolita, and once again I feel like I am drowning in boxes. Lately I've been asking y'all to give me thumbs up on some comments I leave in the comment section of my videos to vote with your thumbs for which type of video I should create next. In the last couple of weeks it has consistently been requests for my Piero blouse coordinate video, which I am modifying the Piero blouse right now in order to make it safe for actual wear with a cord, so that is coming. Stay tuned. The other is an instructional and informative video that I hope to create called Loliable or Nah. I am working on that as well, and I am taking submissions, so please message me on Instagram if you see something online that you think is loliable but you want my take on whether or not it is. Today I am taking something out of the queue that has been in my queue for the longest time, and that is the Hidden Princess in My Memory OP set by Metamorphose. I've been hanging on to this box and not opening it for so long, but this weekend I am going to be at Sinister Creature Con, and if weather permits and I'm not going to die from wearing it, I would really like to do a kind of broken porcelain doll look with this dress. My lightest foundation and some cracks drawn on my face to kind of be like a haunted Victorian doll come to life. It's a horror con and I think that would be appropriate. But I have to try it on first, and of course if I'm trying it on, I have to make good on my promise to all of y'all who wanted to see it reviewed and actually review it. So that is what we are doing today. As usual, I'm going to start with my stats. My neck and bicep circumference are 41 centimeters. My shoulders are about 42.5 centimeters. My bust is clocking in lately at about 120 centimeters, and I will be trying this on with my best bra. See the Violet Fane Cutso video for more info on what that is. My waist has been about 101 centimeters, and I'm about 182 centimeters tall, which translates to 6 feet. So with that information in mind and what I'm about to tell you about this dress set from my spreadsheet, hopefully you will be able to make an informed decision as to whether or not this dress would work for you. So I pre-ordered this back in February of 2021. I paid $603.28 USD for this dress set, making it officially the most expensive dress set I have ever bought. I have been sitting on this for so long, and frankly, if it doesn't fit me or it's not right for me in some other way, I want to know now. Yeah, $600 is a lot. This is even more than my Queen of Witch JSK set experience. That dress was so beautiful. I think that was worth it, so I have high hopes that this will also be worth it, but an OP is a lot less versatile. There is a good chance that because the OP is going to have more restrictive sizing than a JSK would, and because it's less coordinatable, that this will be a shorter video than my average, but we shall see if it will fit me. The bust, according to the Meta website, is supposed to go from 98 centimeters to 148 centimeters, and the waist is supposed to go from 88.5 centimeters to 138 centimeters. My measurements are all well below those maximum measurements. However, we have seen in previous videos that that is not always the case, so I'm really hoping that this will fit me okay. And another thing is that there was no shoulder width listed for this OP, so I am very, very nervous that this is not going to fit my broad, swolita shoulders. Now, we shall open the box. Wow, this one came in wrapping that I did not expect. Got the headdress right here. Already loving this shade of purple. I'm gonna delay gratification just a little bit and open this headdress first. You can see that the lace on it is a mixture of black and purple, and it's got this doubled up lace and ribbon bow on it. Oh no. I'm not thrilled that this very expensive headdress is already fraying on me. It's nothing I can't fix myself, but for this price point, I was really expecting more. The pearls on the headband are tacked down, and the brand tag is down here. I guess I'll try it on. This looks really silly. I think to make this style of headdress work for me, I'm gonna want to wear a wig with bangs, but that's just a matter of personal preference. You don't have to have bangs to do stuff in Lolita. I just tend to prefer the way that headdresses like this look with the fringe to kind of frame the face altogether. So this is cool, but it does have me concerned about the quality, so let's open up the dress. Okay, this is absolutely what so many folks in Lolita would call a lace monster, in that it has this layer of all over lace all over the dress. I've heard a lot of people, especially newbies, repeat false information to the effect that having all over lace on a garment is Ida, but that's just wrong. All over lace can look Ida because if it's very cheap lace and the contrast is really bad and it's stiff and it makes the dress itself look cheap, that is definitely not what you want. However, in this case, it just reads luxurious, expensive. I immediately see what I paid for out of this dress. I'm hanging this on a hanger that includes clips on the bottom. I always do this for dresses with this kind of neckline where it's elasticized all the way around. This dress is so heavy that if it was just hanging on its own off of the straps, that elastic would get messed up really, really quickly. So the fact that the shoulders are fully stretchable does mean that I have hope that this will fit my shoulder width, but there's still the matter of whether or not it will look as intended. Going into some other details about the dress, these 3 front bows going down the middle are all removable, and they're all attached with only 1 pin back, which I don't love for this big one because it's a little too heavy and it kind of flops around. I would have preferred it to have the 3 pin structure. This dress also comes with these shoulder/neck ties, and they button on here at the front. Already, I'm having trouble keeping them in place. This particular strap has popped off of the buttons twice while filming so far, but the actual design with the subtle differences in the purples and blacks is just so pretty. The big front bow has this little rhinestone detail, and the satin ribbon bows on this dress at all of the various different points are constructed so that the edges are folded in, so none of them have the same issue as the ribbon that's present in the headpiece. I can see already that this dress is super size flexible. This front part, while it does look like it's made to mostly be ruffled, it is also stretchy. There is at least some elastication through here, and there's the separation here at the waist, which has me a little bit concerned as far as how it will fit and fall on my proportions since I am so much larger than the average Japanese person. The sleeves are the #1 reason that I fell in love with this. I just want the Goblin King to sweep me off my feet in this sleeve. And it is definitely stretchy enough to accommodate my biceps. So talking about the structure of the skirt, it is a tiered skirt with a whole bunch of bows lining the panels that go down the front, and those are accented by lace as well. And as you can see, this outer lace layer is an actual separate piece. It lifts up completely from this underlayer, which isn't even the lining. There is a 3rd layer for lining, and it's this really, really lovely dark purple satiny lining. All of the material for this dress is polyester, and looking at all of these layers, I am getting less and less confident that I'm going to be able to wear this in over 100 degrees Fahrenheit heat. No, but it's not that hot today, so we are gonna give this a try. The back has many rows of full shirring, and it looks very well constructed. This dress does have what I like to call double waist ties. They have 1 layer that is simply lace and another that is a solid color beneath it. They are separate from each other, so you can unbutton here to remove 1 or both layers if you want to. And these buttons are totally wild. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but they are iridescent crystals. So let's undo these waist ties. They are very, very long and should have plenty of room to tie behind me. The back of this lacy overskirt layer has a slit up the back, showing the solid fabric underneath. And lastly, this does pull over the head. It does not have any zippers, invisible or otherwise, and sadly, it does not have pockets. So what can one do with an OP that is this detailed? Frankly, I'm not sure that there's a whole lot I can do to coordinate this in different ways. It's supposed to look very specific, and I do intend to wear it in that very specific way. I can think of a couple things that I could do to change up the look a little, so I'm not gonna go for a full-on 3 coordinate video today, but I will will experiment with putting on some extra layers and maybe taking off a few things like the waist ties. We'll have to see how it goes, but I do want to see if this dress is at all versatile. All right, let's get changed. Well, all I can say is wow. I expected this dress to be way harder to put on by myself because my partner is not home, but I managed to do it. And in fact, it was pretty easy. I didn't end up going for the full broken doll makeup, but I did want to test out the purple lipstick that I bought to go with this coordinate. The whole coordinating process for this dress was so easy because all I had to do was put the headdress on, grab my automatic honey crystal ball bear ring, throw on some lace thigh-high stockings that I thought would match the lace motif pretty well. And for my shoes, I thought these off-brand shoes by Dansko were a really good fit because they do have that kind of regalness with their shape and their straps. They're very dark burgundy, which I think complements the purples in the coordinate pretty well, considering I don't have anything else even close to dark purple shoes. And I did manage to fit my hybrid organza poofy petticoat from Me Likes Tea under this dress. I think the fit on this is great. I definitely feel like there is a lot of room for me and my shoulders, and it doesn't feel like a stretch by any means. I've got plenty of room in my biceps, and while I would say that the sleeves are maybe a little bit short on me proportionally to my arms, it's not something that bothers me a whole lot. I definitely like the headdress more now that I'm seeing it on myself with bangs. So this might be the most successful gothic cord I've ever put together, and it was a snap. Which just goes to show that if you throw enough money at something, you too can be aesthetic as you please. I said I was not sure if I was going to be able to get 2, let alone 3 cords out of this dress, but I did decide to play with things and change it up a little bit for this second bonus cord, let's call it. For this cord, I kept my petticoat, the OP, the wig, the stockings, and the shoes the same as the last cord. However, for this cord, I did take the front bow off of the dress as well as both sets of waist ties. I decided to keep the neck straps on because I wanted to add one of my handmade mirror accessories to the point where they cross on my neck. I swapped out the headdress that came with this set for a black straw hat, which is one of my off-brand staples that I love so much, and I've included my Miss Danger black ruffle overdress. And this immediately went Van Helsing gunslinger to me. Gothic Carmen Sandiego, Gothic Roland from The Gunslinger by Stephen King. If my last outfit was Rococo Goth fantasy, this cord is way more Undertaker at WrestleMania entrance gear fantasy, which as an aspiring pro wrestler, I gotta say I kind of love. Shout out in the comments if you want to see me do cords inspired by my favorite pro wrestlers. Ayo. Layering things on top and going for a very different statement in headwear definitely changes the look and feel of this dress substantially, which is really cool for me because I was worried about it getting kind of stale. I wore this Miss Danger overdress open because it looks like after the last time I tried it on, I accidentally lost 1/2 of the waist tie in the channel where the gathering happens. So before I wear this again, I definitely need to get out a clothespin and fish that back out of there. But I do think that the overdress looks really great open. Whew, that said, this is way hotter than my last cord. So this will definitely not be what I wear to Sacramento. I think actually I'm going to revert to the other version for my outro because this is getting a little ridiculous. Overall, I am very happy with this dress. Despite how comfortable I am right now, I do think that it will be too warm and uncomfortable to wear to Sacramento this weekend for Sinister Creature Con. This dress is far too expensive and precious for me to risk in doing manual labor at a convention in the heat, but I am really glad that I finally got to open this. It's been weighing on my mind very heavily that I spent $600 on this and that it does feel kind of one use. However, I could totally see myself wearing this to an OTT Halloween tea party or other event if it's indoors and cool. And I've never seen such rich and beautiful purples in plus size J fashion before. So I am officially going to give this 5 out of 5 bicep rating. It is absolutely beautiful. It is super plus size friendly and comfortable. So I am very excited to say that this is Swolita approved. I hope you found this video interesting and informative. And if you are a plus size Lolita who is interested in an over-the-top, super expensive gothic outfit, I do recommend putting this dress on your wish list in case it pops up secondhand somewhere. Can you think of any other ways you'd like to style this set? Please let me know in the comments below because I would love to get as much use out of this dress as possible. If you liked this video, found it informative or useful, please do give it a thumbs up. Those thumbs ups super duper help me with the algorithm. And if you have not yet already, please do subscribe to my channel. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna be doing a closet cleaning live stream here on YouTube, and I wanna get to that as soon as possible, so please do subscribe. It does mean a whole lot every time I launch a new video and I get new subscribers. Absolutely makes my week, so please make my week and subscribe if you haven't already. I think that's all of the calls to action I usually do. I have been Ellie Vyra, a plus-size tall and swole Lolita. You have been a lovely audience. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. Bye!